Hello and welcome back. I'm Joseph Hoffman, and in this lesson we're going to take scales and arpeggios to the next level by extending them to 2 octaves instead of just 1. Let's come to the piano to start learning. So when we say 2 octaves, if we started here on middle C, we'd go up 1 octave and then 1 more octave, then we're going to come back for the total distance of 2 octaves. Let's play this together. On your own piano, can you play middle C, then go up an octave? We call that treble C, and then go up 1 more octave. We call that high C. So now we've traveled 2 octaves. Let's go back down 1 octave, and then 2 octaves back to where we started. Now, to play a full 2 octave C major scale, we're going to think of the notes in groups of 3 and 4. Like this. You can see for these purple, that's our group of 3, and when we play the scale, that's going to be with fingers 1, 2, 3 of the right hand. And then next you'll see a group of 4, that's these orange, and that will be fingers 1, 2, 3, 4. And then when we get back to C, we'll start that pattern over again. Fingers 1, 2, 3, then fingers 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you'll notice this 1 blue on top. That's for your finger 5. Your pinky, when you're playing a 2 octave or more, will only play 1 single note. And that's because that's the top note, and then you can come back down. Group of 4, group of 3, group of 4, group of 3. Now let's practice those groups in clusters, which means we'll play all of those notes together in a group. So with your fingers 1, 2, and 3, play C, D, E together as a group. When you play a scale, that's the first grouping. Then come up to F, G, A, B and play with fingers 1, 2, 3, 4. That's your next group of 4. Then come up, you play a group of 3 on C, D, E, then a group of 4, F, G, A, B, and then finger 5 is all by itself. Plays that top note, then a group of 4, then a group of 3. On C, D, E, then a group of 4, then a group of 3. Good, let's try that one more time. Play along with me, playing the notes in little clusters of groups of 3 and 4. Here we go. Group of 3 on C, D, E. Group of 4 starting on F. Group of 3 starting on C. Group of 4 starting on F. Then finger 5 plays that high C all by itself. Group of 4, group of 3. Group of 4, group of 3. Good. Now, press pause if you need more practice with that. Otherwise, let's try playing the notes one at a time now. And when you finish a group, your thumb will just glide under. Remember, if you turn your hand a little bit sideways, lead with your elbow and wrist, and then your thumb will easily be able to find its way under. If your elbow is too close to your body, when your thumb comes under, it's going to cause a lot of jerky motion. But if you kind of let your elbow float out to the side, so your arm's kind of at this angle, you can see by letting your hand be at this angle, your thumb will more easily be able to glide under. So your arm can stay in a pretty smooth position. What you want to avoid is this kind of elbow and arm flopping to get your thumb under. Try and find a nice angle so your thumb can just glide under. So let's try this together. Place your right hand finger 1 on middle C, and let's play 1, 2, 3. Let your thumb glide under. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then your thumb's going to glide under again to land on C. Okay, let's try that one more time. Come back to middle C, finger 1 on C, go. 1, 2, 3. And as you're playing 2, 3, your thumb should already be kind of gliding across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And then we start over again. We're on treble C now. 2, 3. Finger 1 comes under to F. And then our finger 5 plays high C. Now let's come down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Finger 3 glides across. 3, 2, 1. 4 glides across. 3 glides across. So when you're coming down, it's important to keep track of 4, 3, 4, 3. If you don't keep track of that, you may cross over, instead of a 4, you may cross over a 3, and then you'll run out of fingers too soon. So it's very important to think as you're coming down, think 4, 3, 4, 3. Another trick to remembering your fingering is that finger 4 plays B and only B. Whenever you get to a B, make sure you're playing it with finger 4. That's the only note that finger 4 ever plays in the scale. Okay? Now, press pause and on your own, work on your C major 2-octave scale. Being very careful with this fingering, I recommend that you say 3 and 4 out loud every time you play a 3 or a 4, 4, so you get that pattern of 3, 4, 3, 4. Go up and down 2 octaves on your own, press pause to practice that several times, and then press play to go on. Now, this fingering that you just learned, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then back down the same way. This is called the basic fingering for doing scales with your right hand. It so happens that that same fingering can be used for most of the scales on the ladder of fifths. From C major to G major, we can do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Notice now my finger 4 is playing F sharp. But it's the same fingering. And that gives me the G major scale. We can do that for D major, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. That works for D major, A major, E major, and B major with 5 sharps. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 on top. The basic fingering also works for several of the minor scales that we've learned. A minor, this is a harmonic minor. You can see 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, press pause, and I'd like you to try out at least 2 or more of the scales you've learned, the 1-octave scales you've learned in the past, but now try it as a 2-octave scale. Press pause to try some of them on your own. Here are all the scales that you can use the basic fingering for. Press pause to try out a few on your own, and then press play to go on. Now let's check out the left-hand fingering for the 2-octave scale. It's going to be basically the mirror image of what the right hand did. We're going to start with our finger 5 and then go right into a group of 4. So I'll have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's the only note your finger 5 will play, which is kind of why I want you to think of it kind of in a group by itself. So we'll start with that 5, then 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. So again, alternating groups of 4 and 3. The left hand will start with the group of 4, immediately starting with that finger 5, and then 4, 3, 4, 3. So will you practice the left hand with me in clusters? Here's my middle C. So I'm on this low C, so I have plenty of room to travel up my 2 octaves. So play finger 5 by itself, and then play a group of 4 as a cluster. Play all those notes together, then a group of 3 as a cluster, then a group of 4, then a group of 3. Now come back down, group of 4, group of 3, group of 4, and then end on your finger 5. Good. Now let's try them one at a time. So with the left hand we play 5, and then we start our group of 4, 3, 2, 1. Then what comes next? It's a group of 3. So glide finger 3 across, then we make it to C. Now what comes next? We need a group of 4 next. So glide finger 4 all the way over, and then a group of 3. It's so important that you keep track of those alternating groups or you'll run out of fingers before you get to the top. Let's go back down and try that one more time. So start on 5, now a group of 4, then a group of 3. So cross 3 over, then we need a group of 4, so cross 4 over, and then our group of 3. Then to come down, we go a group of 3, then our thumb comes under. Then we'll do a group of 4, and then our thumb comes under. Another group of 3, thumb comes under. Here's a group of 4, and then finger 5 gets the last note. Just like we saw with our right hand, with our left hand, you need your elbow to float out enough that your wrist can enable the thumb to smoothly glide under without a lot of effort. So keep that elbow out away from your body and your hand kind of turned at an angle to facilitate the thumb gliding under. So now press pause, and I'd like you several times on your own to work on this left hand 2-octave scale. Every time you play a 4 or a 3, say it out loud so you hear that alternating pattern. 4, 3, 4, 3. Now come back to 3, 4, 3, 4. Press pause and try that on your own several times, then press play to go on. So that is the basic fingering for the left hand, which also can be applied to many, many of your scales on the ladder of fifths. G major, D major, A major, E major. The only one it doesn't apply to is B major. For the left hand, if you start on finger 5, then your thumb lands on a black key, which gets a little awkward. So there's an alternate fingering for B major, which we'll learn later. Now let's look at how we'll do the 2-octave arpeggio. Once again, we're traveling the distance of 2 octaves, but now doing the arpeggio, which you'll remember is built on do, mi, so. We have our triad, 1 chord from the C major scale, and then we repeat that triad again, and then we put a C on top. So it's do, mi, so, then do, mi, so, with another do on top, and then we come down. It's basically a C major chord going across 2 octaves. Our fingering for the right hand for this will be 1, 2, 3, and for a 1 octave we used to cap that off with a finger 5, but this time we'll go 1, 2, 3, and then our thumb will glide under. Once again, you've got to use your elbow and wrist kind of gliding your hand to the side to help your thumb get under there, and then we'll play our finger 5 on top. So it's 1, 2, 3, glide under, 1, 2, 3, 5, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. You're working for as smooth and as legato as a sound you can. This is probably the trickiest spot where you come from 3, thumb glides under. 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. Press pause and work on the 2-octave C major arpeggio on your own, then press play to go on. Now let's look at the left hand fingering. It's the same idea where we have the C major triad, another C major triad, and a C on top to bring us that full 2 octaves. You're going to go 5, 4, 2, 1, and then 4 glides across to that E. It's a big cross. 2, 1, 2, 4, thumb glides under. 1, 2, 4, 5. Watch that one more time. 5, 4, 2, 1, glide over. 4, 2, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 4, 1. You want to work on a smooth motion. Notice how my hand shifts to get my thumb under there. 4, 5. Let your elbow, arm, and wrist all work together to make that as smooth as possible. Press pause and work on the left hand C major 2-octave arpeggio, then press play to go on. Now that is the basic fingering for the left hand and right hand 2-octave arpeggio. There are lots of other arpeggios that work with that same fingering. Here's a list of some of the arpeggios you can do. There's the A minor that you can do with that same fingering. F major, any of these all white key chords, D minor, F major, G major. Also, some chords like C minor, F minor. There's several minor chords, G minor, that also work with this same basic fingering. So now press pause and choose 2 or 3 other arpeggios to try out using this basic fingering. Try both right hand and left hand. Choose from any of these chords to try out as a 2-octave arpeggio. Last thing I wanted to mention is a reminder to use the good old metronome in your practicing. When you're learning to do a 2-octave scale, you might start at about 120, 1 note per click. Maybe go up and down 2 times like that. As that gets really comfortable, you can gradually speed that up. Once you hit 200, go back to 100, and now you're playing 2 notes per click. So notice this is 100, but I'm going to play 2 notes per click. T, 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 T. And when you can do that really smoothly and evenly, you can even speed it up from there. Just make sure you're not speeding up until you've really mastered it with perfect piano posture and a really smooth and even tone. Start slow and gradually increase speed. Great job learning how to play a 2-octave scale and arpeggio today. I hope you'll practice your scales and arpeggios every day, trying all the different keys that use the basic fingering. Always working on improving your piano posture and your evenness and smoothness of tone. As you master your scales and arpeggios in various keys, it's going to prepare you to play more challenging and advanced music in the future. So, happy practicing and see you next time. And now, the B-flat major 2-octave scale with conductor. Croak, 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 squawk, 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 cheep, 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 cheep.